Imagine this. The bride's hairdresser is running late. The bridesmaids are pacing. The groom's sweating bullets. The music's ready. But the bride? She's locked in the bathroom, screaming, crying, refusing to come out. Why? Because someone put hair removal cream in her shampoo, and the man who did it was calmly sipping a mimosa at the reception. 9 years in the making, revenge that was cold, calculated, and absolutely brilliant. If you've ever been humiliated and dreamed of getting even, not with anger, but with precision, this story is going to hit you deep. So hit that like button, subscribe, and stick around, because this is one of the most chilling and satisfying acts of delayed justice you'll ever hear. So this all starts over a decade ago in a quiet, close-knit small town where everybody knew everybody. The kind of town where Friday night football games and backyard barbecues defined the seasons. My family and I had lived there for years, and we had some amazing neighbors, great family, mom and dad, hardworking, 2 kids, a boy and a girl about 2 years younger than me. The kids were close, in that classic sibling rivalry way, always pulling pranks on each other. You know, toothpaste in Oreos, fake spiders in bed sheets, that kind of thing. But over the years, the sister's pranks started to hit different. She didn't just tease, she humiliated, and it all came to a head one night, prom night. The brother, let's call him Matt, smart, quiet, dependable. He'd been doing odd jobs around my place for years to earn a little spending money, and prom, it was a big deal for him. He wasn't flashy, didn't chase popularity, so when he scored a date with the girl he'd been crushing on for months, we were all genuinely happy for him. He showed up to my place that morning, buzzed with nervous excitement. He had the tux, the corsage, the rented car. Everything was set, and then he took a shower. What he didn't know, what no one knew, was that his sister had swapped out his shampoo with hair removal cream. You can guess what happened next. Clumps of hair, panic, tears. He tried to salvage it, but it was bad. He ended up shaving his entire head. He still went to prom, but let's be real, the confidence, the energy, gone. The pictures, brutal. The memories, scarred. That night haunted him for years. A few months later, my family moved away. I stayed in touch with Matt, mostly emails, the occasional text. He went to college, landed a solid job, moved back to that same small town, eventually settled near his parents. But what struck me over the years was the tone. He never once brought up prom, never mentioned his sister's prank. But underneath the calm surface, I could tell he hadn't forgotten, and he definitely hadn't forgiven. Fast forward to the present. Matt's sister, let's call her Jessica, is getting married. Massive wedding, church ceremony, fancy reception hall, fully catered, live band, the works. It was being paid for by everyone. The bride's parents, the groom's parents, even the groom himself. My wife and I got the invite and figured, why not? Great excuse to go back home, see some familiar faces, and enjoy a night away from the kids. My brother agreed to take the little ones up to the lake cabin for a weekend of swimming and s'mores. So we made the trip, got dressed up, and on the morning of the wedding, the big day, we get a text from the dad, wedding's off, reception's still happening, come anyway. What? We were confused, obviously. Thought maybe there was a fight, cold feet, something dramatic. But when we arrived at the reception, now being called a party, the truth came out. And folks, it was incredible. Turns out, the night before the wedding, Jessica had been at the family house. Pre-wedding spa time, showered, did her usual hair routine, only, the shampoo wasn't shampoo. Matt had swapped it out for hair removal cream. Same brand, same bottle, same trick that she had pulled on him 9 years earlier. She woke up that morning, and her hair was falling out in clumps. The panic was instant. Hairdressers were called. Frantic calls to emergency salons. But it was too late. A good chunk of her hair, gone. Not enough time to fix it. Not enough confidence left to walk down the aisle. She refused to be seen, refused to go through with the wedding. The ceremony was canceled, but the reception still happened. The food was served. The guests laughed, danced, and clinked glasses. Only one person was missing, the bride and Matt. He was there, chilling, and when people started asking questions, he told them the truth. I waited 9 years. I knew I'd only get one shot, and this was the day. He said it without malice, no smugness, just calm finality, cold, icy, perfect. The parents were upset, sure, but they didn't explode. In fact, they understood, because deep down, they knew Jessica had it coming. My wife and I had a great night. Caught up with old friends, danced, ate amazing food. He didn't gloat, he didn't rub it in. He just let it be known. He didn't forget, and honestly, I think that made it hit even harder. Some people say revenge is a dish best served cold, but Matt, he slow cooked his for 9 years, until the perfect moment, and when it finally landed, it hit with precision, power, and just enough shampoo to make the entire town remember. You don't mess with someone's prom unless you're ready to cancel your wedding. If this story left you speechless, hit that like button and subscribe for more real-life tales of justice, karma, and revenge. And tell us in the comments, what's the most satisfying revenge you've ever witnessed? Because whether it takes 9 days or 9 years,